How's it going there, everybody? It's Mr. Zen over here bringing you guys a brand new One Piece chapter discussion. And for today's segment, guys, we're going to be talking about is chapter 884, folks. Ooh, yes, folks. I actually can't wait to actually talk about this one because, my God, Gear 4 Luffy versus freaking Katakuri, folks. The one time we finally actually witnessed Gear 4 against Katakuri, it was actually demolishing freaking Katakuri himself. I was actually glad too because we were all wondering too at the same time, is Luffy gonna be actually focusing on developing a new actual technique against Katakuri? But no, that's not the case. Gear 4 is gonna stay. I know some people are gonna be like, oh no, I kinda wanted Gear 5 or a new variation of Gear 4. No, that's not gonna be the case. Gear 4 is gonna be staying until you could say our next powerful villain, or at least near Yonko level, or at least till Kaido's actual involvement in his story arc. That's where we might actually see another Gear 4. But without further ado, this specific actual fight, Katakuri versus Luffy, was very interesting because we kind of learned more that it was actually observation haki that was more being used during the fight with Luffy versus Katakuri. As Katakuri was kind of mostly kind of rambling on saying that, I was just changing and using my Logia powers and actually anticipating your very moves by the use of the observation haki. And that's the reason why Luffy really was actually being overwhelmed, because the fact that Katakuri was actually most of the time was really just looking up ahead in order to actually see his attacks. That's why Gear 4, he was not necessarily trying to get involved with that specific fight because he knows that he was actually gonna lose. Granted, though, in the previous chapter, Katakuri was definitely getting undermined too, but that's because he lost his cool. But this time, hasn't lost his cool. He's still underway, which we kind of saw some very new abilities from Katakuri. It was like power mochi, making some donuts. It was pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was actually entertained at the fact that he was doing all that kind of cool stuff right there with his mochi abilities. But I kind of wanted to see really is the fact that is Katakuri gonna, apprehend Luffy? The fight is now kind of going with stand. It's against basically color of armament, basically, and where the other one is gonna be observation haki. Which one's gonna be more stronger? It's gonna be a power of speed. That's all it's gonna be. Katakuri's speed versus Luffy's speed, and I wonder if Gear 4 is gonna be actually able to attain that speed in order to go against Katakuri himself. That's what I'm kind of wondering too. Still to this day, still to the day and tomorrow too, I'm wondering if Katakuri will actually hold that out. But like I said, there was plenty of other stuff that was happening in the chapter as well. That was actually very entertaining, and interesting. I kind of said it as one word, interesting. Anywho, the point is that we kind of saw was at the end of the arc, it was going in a different pace than what we were expecting. We saw Oven near he was at Choco Town itself with was named Pound himself as well there, which was very interesting too at the same time, because you're also wondering, whoa, Pound, what are you doing? This guy basically blew his cover that he escaped right there. But I'm wondering too if Oven's gonna take down Pound himself, or is that gonna cause a lot of turmoil with the family members themselves? Because you're kind of wondering too, like, are we gonna get that backstory with Pound himself as to why he actually got banished? And if you guys kind of saw, he said stepfather. So does that mean he's not really part of the actual Charlotte family? He's just one of the family members that was trying to get in there, but apparently Big Mom didn't really see it in the end. Or maybe Pound himself did something so atrocious, or maybe he helped out one of the daughters to escape. It's just a theory. I know it's not going to be true, of course, because they probably went more into the backstory with Lola and what was her name? Chiffon, if I remember correctly. Almost forgot about that. Lola and Chiffon. I know they went into the backstory more on that, but like I said, just a very interesting theory to go about with that. But the thing is too, the fact is that is Oven. What is Oven? Is Oven gonna find out Sanji at Choco Town? That's one thing that we're gonna notice, is that because we saw Oven talking to the people around the town. We saw him. They saying, "Oh, I respect Pudding's actual, the recent current events. I respect your decision for not being able to." But he's just kind of curious too as to why he can't go in. And I think that's going to be happening. Maybe what's going to be happening is the fact that Chiffon is going to be like, "Father, yes, I'm here. I haven't seen you in ages." And then right there, and then it's going to kind of click on Oven like, "Oh, something's amiss." And then we might actually get a Sanji versus Oven fight right there, because of the fact, the secret's out. So what's the point of actually keeping a secret? And with finally a Sanji full-fledged fight that we've all been waiting to see, will be very interesting. It'd be a fire versus fire kind of ability. Sanji's actual Diablo Jambe techniques versus Oven's devilish actual devil fruit techniques itself. But I would wonder too, is because Sanji is not necessarily a devil fruit user. Does that mean he's able to withstand again, against heat-based attacks, or will we actually get to see some of his culinary attacks involved with Oven's actual fight, when he wasn't actually able to actually use it against, back in the actual wedding itself? It'd be actually very interesting, folks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really do want to see Sanji go on another fight, or at least a full fight that we can actually see on the manga panels itself by Oda's actual own arts, instead of seeing it animated with like a little bit of chips in there. But like I said, we can't wait to see what's going to happen there. But like I said, just keep that in mind, guys. Sanji versus Oven. And if Oven's going to be around there, will he actually help bake the cake too? In case that he's like, oh, Big Mom is going around, ravaging around. Can you help us at the same time? Maybe then take down Sanji. And then, just for the moment, we're apprehend Sanji together. They might trick him. Or maybe Pudding will come out in the end and actually change Oven's memories in order for him to help Oven create the bake or make the cake as well. Like I said, there's a lot of possibilities that can happen with Oda's actual style right there, but I can't wait to see what Oda's going to do with actual Oven involved in Choco Town itself. Now, the Grimmer 66 wasn't actually involved within the actual chapter. I wonder if they're going to be coming about, but I know the Grimmer 66 and you could say Capone are both heading there. So if they are going to be heading there, that means most of the actual Big Mom army members are going to also be there too, in case in Choco Town. So remember, Choco Town is now the rendering point for everything. Everything's coming back to the place of the beginning, folks. Yes. Can't wait, right? Can't wait. Now, the last topic that I do want to mention is the fact that the sea slugs. We all know that the sea slugs were actually taken by the fishermen themselves, as back in the previous couple of chapters when, Brooke and Chopper were actually down in the submarine. So now we're actually wondering too, so now we know where the sea slugs are. The sea slugs are actually with the Aladdin's actual pirate crew. They're actually dancing. They're not doing nothing. They're actually having fun. And it goes along to say, like, these sea slugs, all they wanted to do is just sing and just have a Disney-esque sing-along, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure the anime is going to make their own version of the theme song too right there. So that's going to be interesting to look at as well. Huh, right, folks? Huh. But I wonder if the sea slugs are actually going to help out the Straw Hat Pirates. They might actually also be a hindrance to Montior as well, because they could, since they're actually the ones transmitting the actual reports of where everything is, that means that Montior, I think they could all actually be relocated somewhere else, and that can actually be a big help by the Sun Pirates themselves. Wow, it makes the whole recent events actually turn really, really interesting, because that means that Big Mom herself will be by herself at Cacao Town. Like I said, that's very interesting, folks. Huh. That's very. I see what Oda's doing. Wasn't really expecting that, but interesting. Interesting choice of words right there. Like I said, let me know down in the comments below, though, as to what you guys' thoughts on the actual One Piece chapter itself. Chapter 884, folks. Who? I wonder why it was called Who, though. And which, by the way, did you guys like the actual intro cover, page with the Triple X boxing group? That was pretty interesting to look at, too. Huh, very interesting. But like I said, let me know down in the comments, too, as well, as to what you guys' thoughts on Oven versus Sanji, or do you think Oven's going to help bake the cake? That's another thing that's really interesting to talk about. And also, what do you guys think about Luffy versus Katakuri? Do you guys think Katakuri will actually apprehend Luffy, or it's going to be a stalemate, that something will happen that will involve both them to stop the fight? Like I said, it's very interesting. But like I said, let me know down in the comments. And as always, guys, if you guys enjoy my content, don't forget to give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more One Piece chapter discussions. And as always, hope to see you guys again in the next video. But peace out, folks.